for those who do not know Maya, tell us a bit about what you do.
I run a venture capital fund called Ingressive Capital. It's a $50 million early stage fund. We started off with a $10 million fund that's fully deployed now. We invest in pre-seed and seed companies in Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, Egypt, and Morocco. I also co-founded Ingressive for Good, which is a nonprofit that provides technical skills training, talent placement, and scholarships to African youth who want to learn.
I was having a conversation with someone just a few minutes earlier on, and the person asked me, why are we afraid to put side by side impact and profits? Have you ever had this kind of conversation with anyone?
Yeah, actually yesterday, last night, I was speaking to a prospective investor, and he's like, also, I hate this concept of impact investing. Like, why do we need to make it this? That's kind of just that can be a euphemism for, hey, my company's not that sustainable, but I'm trying to help people. And I was like, and he's like, we both were like, you can just build a strictly for-profit company. Like, Ingressive Capital is a strictly for-profit venture capital fund. We are not an impact fund. However, and also, almost 40% of our Fund 1 portfolio companies are female-founded and co-founded. 100% of them have indigenous equity owners. So we require all companies to have equity owners from the companies where they're providing products and services, because we need to build wealth domestically. And we also believe that founders from that local market have a nuanced understanding of the consumer demographic and can build better products when combined with a broader, more diverse team. So I would say that it's not, we're in no way an impact fund, and we are in no way a social concept, but inherently, in everything we do in the lifeblood of Ingressive, it's ensuring that every brilliant person on the continent has the resources they need to build wildly scalable businesses. So there's Ingressive for Good, which provides the 0 to 1, people who are totally not in the tech space, giving them access to technical products, trainings, to get and job opportunities to get them into tech. Ingressive Capital, which provides the seed funding, and then our own limited partners, so the guys who invested in our own fund, who then can take those companies global. So inherently, it's impactful. We're transforming lives. We're changing generations. We're building wealth where it didn't exist before. It's also an incredibly high-profit investment strategy.
Don't you think we should you may want to, after this conversation, start maybe considering driving that narrative of this is actually impact-driven? We all know it's impact-driven. Like, if you've ever had anything
because
to do,
inherently, look at me. I'm a woman of color. Okay. Inherently, the business is impactful because it employs women of color. Mm-hmm. Look at our portfolio. They're African founders from local universities, who most of whom don't have passports and haven't gone abroad and haven't worked at international and gone to XYZ Ivy League school and come home. We source local people. Like, look at my videographer. It's not as if he was from this like advanced.
That's a success story, yeah.
I don't have. We live and breathe it. I don't have to announce it to the world because it's fundamentally within our DNA. And I hear you as in promoting that, but when people look at it, I want to live by example. And I don't want to create this into another marketing campaign and gimmick where it's like, oh, look, we're doing this like impactful stuff. Like, look, we helped Africans, like it's just who we are. And it will forever be the mission for all of the partners at the firm. The most important thing for all of us is, are you here to transform the continent? Are you here to better the lives of Africans? Okay, cool. Then we can talk about it.
Beautiful. So just do the work. Like, we don't need to broadcast. We don't need to like paint it that way.
And I also think there's something to be said about when you look different than the Silicon Valley tech bro, and you focus on metrics, and you purely show, hey, I look like this, I am like this, I invest in this, crazy market, and look at our returns, and look at our metrics, look at our growth, look at the skilled technical talent that exists here. So yes, talk about the successes. For us, that means the universal language. Returns. How much money have we made for our investors? What is our IRR? Like, what is our actual performance on paper? Like, what is how many lives have we changed? What growth in salary on average can we see for people who go through our technical trainings? Like, that's a universal language. Not like if I'm pitching to, I don't know, the head of a big investment bank in the US, is he going to care or she going to care that I'm like, hey, I'm a woman and I build. No, they want to see numbers. So let me focus on numbers and then normalize also that people can look like this.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You haven't been doing it like
I have not consistently been doing video like
intentional
intentional teaching VC focused video content. I've done like reels and videos of me traveling and whatever. Yeah. But this is the first time I'm doing really intentional videos for founders and sort of downloading the brain trust of everything that I've accumulated, all the knowledge I've accumulated over the last 10 years, knowledge and experience. And I would say, it was absolutely opportunistic. A videographer reached out to me via Twitter and was like, hey, here are your videos. I can make them a lot better. This is why they're bad. And I can make them good. And I was like, cool, that sounds real. And he's like, I'll give you 6 videos for free, and then we'll start a partnership, a retainer if you like the work. And I was like, great, that sounds great. So he shot his shot. He started on a freemium model, and now we signed into a long-term partnership. So, and he's now, not just for me, he's now working for the fund. So that's a note to everyone in the audience to shoot your shot.
That's a success story, I must say. Do you want to mention him?
Oh, his name's Obafemi.
Okay, so
and the
that
Q
was
company.
A good choice you did.
So, and if you're hearing this and you love my video content, reach out to the Q letter company, the Q company, and say Maya sent you. One, I would say I'm bringing up Obafemi one more time because it's a really simple playbook that I want to make sure everyone takes away from this. He reached out to me and now has a meaningful contract, long-term contract with Ingressive Capital, I mean, assuming all things go well, simply because, and here's the process of events. He sent me a ping on Twitter, both a message and a DM. In the DM, he tagged a video, so previous content showing that he had done his research, and he gave specific reasons as to why it's not working and doing the thing that I wanted to achieve. So he had been thoughtful both about doing research on his customer and thinking about what the customer actually wants. And then he proposed, I'm able to fulfill that need, and this is how, by showing his historical videos and saying, this is what I'm planning to do with you. So once again, researching the customer, knowing who he's talking to, and reaching out. Doesn't have to know me, doesn't have to have any connections. Research customer, show what the problem is, show that you've done the research and know what they need, propose a solution and show how you have capacity and how you've done before what they're trying to do. That's what he did, and it literally was like, okay, cool, let's sign up. And also de-risk the onboarding process by establishing a freemium model or buy one, get one, or something like that. So it's not this, because if you'd come to me and be like, hey, I can do better videos for you. Here's, please, it's $50,000 or I don't know, something crazy. I'd be like, no, go away, But he allowed the process for the customer to get to know the product and to actually see key results, and then came in with the ask. Freemium models are really amazing.
Okay.
Yes.
I've taken notes there.
Yes.
Thank you very much for this example. Like I'm done for today. Like I'm done.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.